Hello, students. How are you? I am Branu. Uh, in today's lesson, I will show you the philosophy of system administration. Before that, let us revise what we have discussed in the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, we have seen that the concepts of the three types of computer networks as local area network, metropolitan area network, and wide area network. In addition to those three types of computer networks, we have seen that the concept of wireless network, what wireless network means. So when we see the types of network, we have classified those networks based on the geographical coverage or the area where they covered, the amount of the geographical area that they covered. And the next concept, we have seen that the types of or the devices of network that connects different types of networks, for example, router, repeater, switch, hub, gateway, and firewall, as well as we have seen that the definition of each devices and the use of each devices. In the last content, we have seen that the topology of network. So network topology means the arrangement of networks or the physical layout of network. So there are different types of topologies, beginning from the bus topology up to the tree topology. So we have seen that the advantages and disadvantages of each topologies. However, when we select the topology or the arrangement of the network, we have to determine the purpose because it depends on the purpose or organizational purpose. So in today's lesson, we will see the philosophy of system administration. So the system administrator is not only about fixing servers, networks, or user problems. Rather, they have to include or guided by the themes or principles. Based on those principles, system administrator can perform different activities on their systems. So those principles make the work reliable, efficient, and aligned with organizational needs now. So in order to meet organizational need, the system administrator need to guided by the principles. Those themes form the philosophy of system administration. So the following are the themes that guides the system administrator or that perform the system administrator to meet the organizational needs. The first one is automate everything. The second one, document everything, communicate as much as possible. Now your resource, now your users, now your business. Security cannot be an afterthought. Plan ahead and expect the unexpected thing. So let us see individual what automating means. So automating everything means reduce repetitive manual tasks by creating scripts and using tools to increase efficiency and minimize human error. So in this case, everything should be automated in order to reduce the manual tasks. It changes to always in electronic activities. This is one of the system administrator tasks. Based on this, the system administrator can guide to perform the organizational. The next one is document everything, because we need a backup. We need up-to-date documentation for continual activities. So maintaining clear, up-to-date and documentation to ensure continuity, knowledge sharing, and easier troubleshooting is known as documenting everything. The other term is communicating as much as possible. In this case, we are talking about the sharing of information with team members and other stakeholders to keep everyone aligned and reduce misunderstandings. So in order to avoid or reduce misunderstandings, every members and other stakeholders should be communicate and share information with the system. On the other hand, we have to know the resources. What are the resources available in that organization? So we have to understand the hardware, software, network, and human resource available to make effective use of them. So in order to use those guidelines or principles, we have to understand every resources available in that organization. The next one is we have to know our users. In this case, we have to recognize user needs now. What is the demand of users now? Expectations and habits to provide better support and maintain satisfaction now. When we design a system, the system administrator should recognize the user's demand. What expect from users? What is the habits of the users? So we have to maintain the satisfaction of users. Next, we have to use the business now. We have to talk about the business. Organizations have their own businesses. So the system administrators should design the system based on the business rule of the organization. We have to understand the goal and priorities of the organization to align system administrator with business objectives. The next one is security content. Be an afterthought. Look, so when we manage a system, the system administrator need to consider the security concern. Integrating security into every aspect of system design, implementation, and maintenance to prevent different vulnerabilities. So an organization has their own private information, sensitive information. In order to attack those sensitive information, different attackers are trying to vulnerable those data. So in order to protect, the system administrator should consider the security concerns. The other one is we have to plan ahead now. We have to plan ongoing activities now. So we have to anticipate future needs. So what are the future needs? How we grow, and the potential is to design scalable and sustainable systems. The last term is expect the unexpected. Be prepared for failures, outages, or unforeseen incidents by implementing backups, monitoring, and contingency plans. Because when we administer our system, an accidental and intentional failures will be faced on our system. So in this case, the system administrator must expect the unexpected activities, what we will face in the future. So based on this, we have to guide it, or the system administrator should guide it based on these activities.